So, for the song, this will be An Everlasting Love by Natalie Cole. I love this song so much because like the trumpets are really cool in the beginning, and just like the beat as a whole is like just super upbeat, super uplifting. And at first, when I would listen to this song, I'd always think about it from the standpoint of, okay, it's the beginning of a relationship. And it's just covering kind of that beginning, like jittery, the butterflies of something new and exciting. But then I started to think about it, and I was like, another reason it's such a beautiful song is because it's a great way to approach anything, whether that means you're starting college or whether that means you're starting high school or even if you're starting a new job. I think listening to this song and thinking about going into whatever you're starting with such optimism and such excitement and joy, I think is super important because I've really been trying to work on mentally just keeping that childhood joy and that childlike curiosity, because something about getting older tends to make us a lot more pessimistic, a lot more cautious, a lot more serious. And that's why I think it's so important to go into things with that childlike curiosity of like just that feeling of awe. And not only do I feel like this will help overall performance, whether it's in a job or in school, I also think it'll just help with our overall mental health as we're going into these things and our emotional health as well, by having this excitement of like when you're going to work, just thinking about the difference that you can make in someone's life and not dwelling on, oh, well, these bills are due and this bill is due and I'm not making enough here and I'm not doing this. And, these people aren't doing this for me and so did me wrong yesterday. Instead of going down these rabbit holes every day and thinking about, okay, well, so and so's holding me back and I'm starting college, but it's going to be hard because this person said it was hard or anything like that, but just going into it with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh perspective. I think all of those things will just help a ton. And so that's something that I've been trying to focus a lot, on, because I was listening to this episode of, I think it was Jay Shetty's podcast on purpose, and Ed Milet was on there. And it was really the first time I had heard about just that childlike curiosity, because he talked about it in his book, The Power of One More, which is also super good. And I definitely recommend that you guys listen to it or read it if you guys haven't already, because he also talks about this concept of that childlike curiosity in his book as well. And so, yeah, I think it's just a really neat concept, and it's a way to approach life in a way that keeps things exciting, in a way that keeps you curious, and also in a way that just helps you improve, not because you feel like you have to, but because you want to. Because you look at improving as something that's fun, because you look at the overall situation that you're in is as something that's fun. Because I used to always think when I was in school, I would think, oh, well, I don't like this class and I don't like that class. And why do I have to study? And why do we have midterms and exams? And really having that mindset just made me even more pessimistic. It made me not want to study more. It made me resent going to class and all of those things. But looking back on it, if I just would have adopted a different mindset and kind of seen it as something where, okay, I'm excited to jump into this. I'm excited to learn more. I'm excited to, even if it's a class that I don't enjoy, the fact alone that I get to learn and I get to better myself and I get to learn one thing today that I didn't know yesterday. Having that approach, whether it's school, whether it's work, anything, not only will help you to be the best, but you'll enjoy the process of becoming the best. And it's something that we tend to see time after time, where even with these top athletes, you look at a Steph Curry or a LeBron James or a Michael Jordan, or these guys that elevated to this level of basketball, and they elevated to that level because they truly enjoyed what they're doing. And by enjoying what they're doing, yeah, that doesn't mean that they enjoyed waking up early to go condition or to go run sprints or to go lift weights or whatever, but it means that they enjoyed playing basketball so much that whatever they had to do to maximize their potential to get better at the game of basketball, they looked at as a win-win. And they didn't separate the two as like, oh, I love playing basketball. I just want to do that all the time, but I don't want to condition and I don't want to lift weights, because that's how you get these players who are very much one dimensional. Because by conditioning and by lifting weights and doing these things, basketball players are able to add an element to their game that they may not get from just playing basketball all the time, that they may not get from just going to the gym and running pickup games for 2 or 3 hours all day, every day. And so I've also just tried to adopt that mentality as well of like, if you see your end goal, learning to not think about, oh, I don't like this class, so I'm going to do poorly in it, but look at it as just a piece of the overall puzzle. So if you're in law school and you're trying to become an attorney, you're probably going to have papers or classes that you don't like and that you don't want to do. But instead of focusing all of your energy on that thing that you don't want to do, that thing that you dislike, learning to channel that energy into something more constructive in terms of, okay, well, I don't want to do this thing, but I know that if I do this thing, it's going to push me closer to getting here, which is the overall goal. Because the goal at the end of the day isn't to just kind of hate all these classes and to hate all of these things that we're doing. It's to do it, but to not do it in such a forceful way that it takes an unnecessary toll on your mental and emotional health as well. And so, yeah, you guys, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope you guys also love that song as much as I do, because it's just such a cool song. The way that you can just hear the joy in her voice, and even towards the end, the way she, kind of sped up there, and it was almost like a rapper, which was really cool. But yeah, I hope you guys find as much joy from this song as I do. If you guys have any suggestions or any other songs you want me to review, let me know in the comments below. Also, just in general, let me know what you guys think about this song in the comments below. And yeah, if you guys made it all the way this far, thank you so much. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll talk to all of you guys in the next video.